Wait. Before you skip this video thinking I'm definitely not getting rich, let me ask you something. What if I told you you're already probably richer than what you were last year, but your brain is literally programmed to not see it? Today I'm revealing 7 signs that you're secretly getting rich, and I guarantee you're experiencing at least 3 of them right now. Here's what's crazy. There's this guy I know, let's call him Arjun. 2 years ago, he was convinced he was financially stuck. Same job, same salary bracket, same daily grind. Fast forward to last month, he discovered he had quietly built 15 lakhs in assets without even realizing it. How? He was looking at all the wrong signals. Do you see real wealth? It does not scream, it whispers. It's not the Instagram post about a Dubai vacation or your neighbor's new BMW. It's happening right now. It's in your bank account, it's in your habits, in your decisions you made last week that you've already forgotten about. And here's the kicker. By the end of this video, you'll probably realize you're way ahead of where you think you are. But first, let me blow your mind with why your brain is sabotaging your own success. There is this psychological phenomenon called hedonic adaptation. Basically, your brain gets used to things so fast that you stop noticing them. Remember when you got your first 40,000 salary? You felt rich. Now maybe you're earning around 60,000 and you feel nothing. That's your brain playing tricks on you. It's like sitting in a slowly warming bathtub. You don't notice the temperature rising until someone else jumps in and goes, wow, it's really hot. By the way, I'm Nikhil. I'm a chartered accountant by profession with nearly 2 decades of experience with EY, PwC and one of India's top wealth management firm before launching my own startup. And this is Finicky, where I simplify money the same way I practice it. And trust me, after seeing thousands of people's finances, I know exactly how wealth hides in plain sight. So let's look at all the signs that clearly indicates that you're actually richer than who you are. Sign number 1, you're earning more than before and growing. Let's start with Priya's story. She's a graphic designer who messaged me last week saying this, Nikhil, I feel like I'm going nowhere financially. I asked her one simple question. What were your earnings in 2022? She said 40,000. And now? 55,000. She went silent because suddenly she realized that's a 48% increase in just 2 years. But here's why she didn't really feel it. 2 years ago, she was at 40,000 a month. Now she's at 55,000. That 15,000 jump, that's 1.8 lakhs extra per year. That's a small car or a years of SIPs that could become 50 lakhs in 20 years. But we don't see it because lifestyle inflation is a silent thief. The better phone, the slightly fancier restaurant, those 3 new subscriptions, they eat up the growth so smoothly you don't even notice you have leveled up. Here's a 30-second exercise that will literally shock you. Pull up your bank app right now. Check your salary credit from January 2023 versus your last month's credit. If there's even a 5,000 rupees difference, you're already in the growth mode. That's compound interest on your career working silently. Sign number 2, you're saving or investing more than you spend. This sign literally separates the future wealthy from the forever broke. And I learned this the hard way. When I was 26, I was earning decent money but had nothing, literally nothing in the savings account. One day I had to encounter a heavy expense about 1 lakh. That's when I realized how badly my finances were managed. The shame I felt that day, it changed everything for me. See, earning money is like filling a bucket. But if your bucket has holes, those holes are your expenses. You will never accumulate wealth. The moment you start patching even one hole and start investing, magic happens. Maybe you have started a very small SIP of just 5,000. You might think that's nothing. People are investing lakhs. But here's what those people don't tell you. Warren Buffett made 99% of his wealth after his age 50. Why? Because he started early with small amounts and let time do the heavy lifting. That boring 5,000 SIP, at 12% return, it can become 50 lakhs in 20 years. You're not just saving money, you're buying your future freedom 1 month at a time. Again, it may not be substantial in 20 years, but not planning for anything, you would not have even that. And yes, if you feel broke because you're investing, congratulations. That's not poverty, that's prioritization. You're literally paying your future self first. Before we continue, if this has opened your eyes even a little bit, just hit the like button and subscribe. It might feel small, but it means a lot to me and pushes me to make more content that genuinely helps you grow. Plus, you won't miss the next video. Alright, let's get back to sign 3. Your net worth is quietly climbing. Okay, this one's invisible but incredibly powerful. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you are playing a video game where your score is hidden. You are fighting enemies, collecting coins, but you can't see your points. That's exactly how most of us live our financial lives. We are scoring points but never checking the scoreboard. Your net worth is that hidden score. It's simple math. Everything you own minus everything you owe. My friend Rohit discovered this accidentally. He was feeling poor after buying a house with a 1 crore loan. I am in debt for 20 years, he said. But when we calculated house value 1.25 crores, loan remaining 81 lakhs, savings 15 lakhs, investments about 18 lakhs, net worth 77 lakhs positive. He went from feeling like a debt slave to realizing he was technically doing well. Every EMI payment, every SIP, every credit card you pay off, it's quietly adding to your score. You might not feel rich, but mathematically, you're climbing. And mathematics don't lie, feelings do. Sign 4, you're buying financial freedom, not just things. This sign gave me goosebumps, literally goosebumps, when I first recognized it in myself. 3 years ago, I was at a mall with my wife. There was this beautiful watch, 1.85 lakhs Swiss made, absolutely gorgeous. Old me would have actually bought it instantly. But I stood there and thought, that's few months of financial cushion, that's peace of mind if something actually goes wrong. I walked away and you know what? I felt richer living empty-handed than I would have ever felt buying expensive things. Here's the mind shift. For me earlier, money meant what can I buy? Now it means what can I choose? Maybe you have started saying no to the stressful freelance projects even though it paid well, or you look at mental health day without checking your bank balance first, or you choose the job with better work-life balance over the one that pays 20% higher. That's not giving up on wealth, that's understanding what wealth actually is. The richest person isn't the one with the most stuff, it's the one who can say no without fear and yes without permission. If your last 3 big decisions were about life quality rather than lifestyle upgrades, congratulations, you're thinking like the wealthy. Sign 5, you are learning and upgrading yourself. This sign is like a secret superpower developing inside you. Let me tell you about 2 people. Person A saves 10,000 monthly for 10 years. Person B spends that 10,000 on courses, books and skills, then earns 30,000 extra monthly because of those skills. Who is richer after 10 years? Person B buy 36 lakhs because they understood this truth. Your income can grow only as fast as you do. For instance, right now, while you're watching this, someone somewhere is literally learning AI prompting and will double their income next year. Someone's mastering Excel and will get promoted. Someone's studying investing and will retire 10 years early. Every YouTube video you watch about money, like this one, every book you read, every skill you add, you're not just learning, you're literally installing money-making software in your brains. The rule is simple. Treat your brain like a startup. The more you invest in it, the higher your valuation becomes. Sign 6, you're protecting what you built. This sign literally separates temporary wealth from permanent wealth, and most people learn it too late. My colleague Amit was killing it. 1.5 lakhs monthly income, great investments, living the dream. Then his dad got diagnosed with a critical illness. Treatment cost 35 lakhs, no health insurance. In 8 months, literally 8 months, everything Amit built over 8 years gone. But here's the plot twist. Had he insisted on family health insurance, then potentially he could have left his savings untouched and insurance pay for those treatment costs. If you have started doing any of these, you are playing offense and defense. Built even a 3 months emergency fund, that's top 20% behavior in India. Bought term insurance, 1 crore costs even less than your Netflix subscription. Stopped using credit cards for emotions and only for rewards. Actually read the fine print before signing anything. This isn't paranoid behavior. This is strategic thinking. You're not just making money anymore. You're making sure it stays made. According to the 2024 ET Money survey, people with basic insurance and emergency funds had 3.5x higher net worth after 10 years than those who earned more but protected nothing. Sign 7, you're comfortable talking about money. This last sign is so powerful, it literally predicts your future wealth, and it's happening in your conversations. Remember when last time someone asked your salary and you either lied or changed the subject? Remember when investment stocks made you zone out? That was your poverty mindset showing. But something's changed, hasn't it? Now you are the one asking, hey, where should I open my Demat account? You're discussing credit card rewards with friends. You're not embarrassed to negotiate your salary. You've stopped saying, I'm bad with numbers and started saying, let me understand this better. That same ET Money survey showed something incredible. 68% of Indians never discuss money with families or friends, but among those who do, their average savings rate was 2.5x higher. Why? Because when you talk about money, you attract money knowledge. You get better tips, avoid costly mistakes, and most importantly, you stop treating money like a mysterious force and start treating it like a tool you can master. The moment you become comfortable saying mutual funds or tax savings or passive income without feeling like an imposter, that's the moment you graduated from financial childhood to financial adulthood. Alright, let's do a reality check. How many of these are you experiencing? Your income is growing even if it's slowly? You're investing something even if it feels small? Your net worth is positive and climbing? Do the math. You're choosing freedom over flash? You're learning and upgrading consistently? You're protecting what you've built? Money conversations don't scare you anymore. If you related to just 3 of these, you are not stuck, you are building. If you have hit 5 or even more, you are in the top 10% of the financial growers in India, whether you feel it or not. Look, I get it. I still remember nights when I would still check my bank balance and feel this sinking feeling. Is this it? Is this all I'll ever have? But here's what I have learned after nearly 2 decades in finance. Wealth is like a growing tree. For years, you water it, you see nothing, the seed is underground, the roots are spreading, but above ground, just dirt. Then one day, a tiny green shoot appears, then a sapling. Then before you know it, you are sitting in the shade of something you planted years ago, thinking, when did this all happen? That's where you are right now. You might not see the tree yet, but I promise you, the roots are spreading. Every sign we talked about today, that's root growth, and roots come before fruits always. So the next time you feel financially stuck, remember this video, count how many of these signs are showing up in your life. Because if your habits are improving, if your mindset is shifting, if your priorities are evolving, you are getting rich. Quietly, steadily, inevitably. You're not behind, you're building, and you're exactly where you need to be. That's it. Now I'm actually curious. Tell me in the comments, how many of these signs are you seeing in your life right now? Which one surprised you the most? And if this video opened your eyes even a little bit, please share it with that one friend who always says they are bad with money. They might be secretly wealthy too and just don't know it yet. That's it from me. I'm Nikhil Verghese. Subscribe below to learn how to make your finances less tricky with Finicky.